The gun pressed against my forehead was warm, almost human. "Too bad," the masked man whispered. "Your wife wants you dead." The words didn't sting, they froze. His wrist trembled slightly. That's when I saw it, a spiderweb tattoo, small, inked near the veins. I knew it, knew who trained him, who paid him, who pulled his strings. My lips barely moved. "Tell Sergei the ghost of Kiev is here. He can walk away, empty-handed. Or I'll carry him out in a bag." His eyes widened behind the mask. The gun didn't fire. Not yet. And in the silence that followed, my life tilted. Not from the threat of death, but from the realization that the bullet waiting for me didn't come from an enemy. It came from inside my own home. From her. The night stretched on after they fled, leaving only silence and her trembling explanation. "I didn't mean for it to go this far," she said, voice soft, too soft. "I was desperate, desperate." The word echoed like a curse. She wouldn't meet my eyes. She stared at the floor instead, where the wood still bore scratches from our son's toy cars. I remembered the way she laughed back then, warm, untouchable. And now, she had let hired hands inside my house. I watched her lips move, forming excuses. Money, pressure, fear. But underneath it all, one truth pulsed. Betrayal doesn't happen overnight. It grows in shadows, watered by silence. I said nothing, only nodded. She mistook it for forgiveness. But inside, something broke. Not loudly, not in flames. Quietly, like a bone snapping under skin. Days passed in calculated stillness. I kissed her forehead in the mornings. I let her think routine was unshaken. But when she slept, I traced the cracks in her story. Bank transfers at odd hours. Calls she silenced when I entered the room. A hotel receipt tucked behind a stack of receipts from groceries. Her patterns betrayed her more than her lips ever could. I didn't rage. I documented. Quiet, steady. Each detail like a brick laid into the wall I was building between us. Then came the test. DNA. My son's hair, stored in an old scrapbook, compared to mine, compared to hers. I waited. Not impatiently, not nervously. Waiting is something soldiers learn best. And when the results arrived, silence filled me again. Heavy, suffocating, absolute. The report trembled in my hand, though not from weakness. He wasn't mine. The boy whose first steps I filmed, whose fevered nights I carried on my chest, whose laughter had once mended every scar, I wasn't his father. She had known. For years. I walked into the kitchen. She sat there, scrolling her phone, sipping wine, calm, as if life had been merciful to her. I slid the envelope across the table. She opened it, read. Her fingers curled into claws around the paper. Her eyes shot up to mine, wide, wet, desperate. I can explain. I raised one hand. Silence. Her sobs filled the room, messy and frantic. But I stayed still. My calm terrified her more than violence ever could. I recorded her confession that night. Every word, every excuse. By morning, the files were already in the lawyer's inbox. Divorce petition drafted. Custody ruined. Reputation ruined. She begged, hands clutching at my shirt, words spilling faster than tears. "I'll change. I'll fix it. Please, don't leave me with nothing." Nothing. The word tasted clean. "You already left me with nothing," I said, voice flat. "You left me with a son who was never mine, with killers at my door, with a life built on rot." Her face crumpled. She reached for me again. I stepped back. Distance is a blade sharper than steel. The house is quieter now. No echoes of laughter. No footsteps down the hall. Just silence. I thought the silence would devour me. Instead, it feeds me. I keep the report locked away, not as a wound, but as a reminder. People call me ruthless for how I left her, but the truth is colder than that. I didn't leave her. I simply handed her the truth and let her choke on it. She wanted me dead. Instead, I gave her something worse, life stripped of lies. And as I sit alone, I realize I don't mourn the betrayal. I mourn the years wasted in blindness. But blindness ends. And when it does, the betrayer never walks away whole.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.